Hey, what's up guys, it's Mo the dog trainer, and in this video I want to talk about how you can teach your dog to love their crate and to go inside their crate using positive reinforcement. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so when it comes to crate training, you want to make sure that you introduce the crate in a positive way to your dog, right? You want to associate this thing with something positive, which is sometimes food, toys, food puzzles, whatever it is that your dog sees as something positive, you want to associate this with it. So what I do is I use either my dog's meals for training, or I use treats. So in this case, we're going to use her food, her meal, because it's time for her to eat. I fed her half her portion, so she's not that hungry, and I got half of her portion in this little pouch here, which is her other half of the meal. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have the door open on the crate, and you never want to force your puppy in, because that's going to associate something negative, right? You're pushing your dog in, you're closing the gate, and you're out, right? You're disappearing. So what you want to do is you want to start off with maybe giving your dog a treat or food. If I say treat, it's just food, right? Kibble, right? And some dogs are going to be hesitant to go inside their crates. Honey, she's used to her crate. She loves it. If I say the cue, she'll go directly in. But I want to teach you guys how you can introduce the crate to your puppy or to your dog. Maybe your dog has had a bad experience in the past, so now you're going to have to reintroduce the crate as something positive. This is not a punishment. This is just somewhere where you go and relax. This is your den. Sometimes I use it for a timeout, right? That maybe I'm busy cleaning the house and my dog is following me around. So I'm like, okay, you got to go in your home. That's what I call it. And then she goes in there and she relaxes. She takes a nap, and then later on in the day, I get her back out. So you want to start by tossing treats in front of the crate, close to the door, right? So you're gonna start here, yes, and then you're gonna mark and mark it, right? You're gonna mark whenever she reaches for the treats, yes, right? So you're basically associating, and if she goes in, that's fine. Your dog may go in. It may be easy for your dog, but then some dogs it's gonna take time, right? But what I want to do is I want to teach her this training, like if it's hard for her to go in. So basically, I'm just gonna keep tossing treats here, yes, marking it. If you got a clicker, you can put the food down. Whenever they go for it, you click and they eat their food. Now, the next step is gonna be, you want to toss the treat a little farther inside the crate, because like I said, some dogs are scared to go inside of something that they've never been in. So, oops, I just dropped the kibble, and that's fine. So now I gotta get her attention. Then I'll drop some in here. So this is what you guys want to do. You want to start outside the crate, feeding your dog, and then you want to get closer. And then your puppy or your dog might put one paw in and then come out. That's fine. You don't want to rush this. This can take a day. This can take 2 days. This can take a week. This can take a month. Some dogs will learn it faster than others. Some dogs will love it faster than others. Hey, you're getting food after all. So you keep tossing. And then you want to toss a little farther in so they can put maybe 2 feet inside, 2 paws inside, right? Maybe they'll go all the way in. And we're going to talk about crate sizes too. This crate will be too big for a dog that's not potty trained, right? So we're going to keep tossing treats, and we're going to toss them more in, right? And your dog is probably going to come out. If your dog decides to stay in, then like her, then you want to keep feeding. Good, yes. Right? Yes. right? You want to reward that. You want to reward your dog staying inside her crate. You want to teach her that it's good to be inside. Yes. Just keep tossing kibble. Yes. So you're going to do this for her whole meal. You don't want to close her in yet because she's going to feel trapped. Your dog might feel trapped. Now, an important thing that I would advise is if your dog has separation anxiety, you do not want to use a crate to put your dog in, right? Closed confinements create anxiety, especially for a dog that already has separation anxiety. So what you want to do is you might want to introduce the crate either even slower, or maybe get a playpen, maybe a bigger space for a dog that has some type of separation anxiety. So this will be like the first step. Feed the dog out of the crate. Start tossing treats in the crate or food in the crate. And then if she does this, if she came out, so just toss it back in, that's fine. You're not gonna, notice I haven't said go inside your crate. I haven't told her any cues, right? So now, after she's comfortable in there, you're gonna keep tossing treats inside so that she can stay inside, right? Stay inside. Yes. And you're supposed to be marking, but I'm talking at the same time, and I'm trying to remember to mark and to talk at the same time. So then you're gonna shut the door, and then you're gonna open it, and yes, right? You want your dog to know that you're not gonna lock them up, right? Yes. And this is going to become a game. So then you want to close the door, hold it for about 10 seconds. Yes. Right? And then just practice this once or twice a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Whatever you feel comfortable with, however much time you have in training with the crate. You want to get your dog comfortable in there, so like that when you leave, obviously you're not going to leave him the first day. Like I'm not going to just lock her up the first day of training and go to work, right? You're going to set her up for failure. So what you want to do is you want to find time to do this. Maybe you're off on the weekend. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm going to start Friday crate training. So what you're going to also do is, after your dog has gone in the crate, she feels comfortable, you don't see any anxiety, you don't see any signs of worry, right? You're going to lock her up, you're going to toss treats, right? And you're going to take a few steps away. 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to come back. Yes. You're going to wait till she's done so she can pay attention to you. 1, 2, 3. Come back. Yes. And then you're going to take more steps. Maybe you want to go inside the room and come back quickly. But try to go easy. Don't go fast in a hurry, trying to get your dog used to the crate, because then it's going to set her up for failure. And then eventually you're gonna go leave for 30 seconds and then come back. Give her some food. Leave for 40 seconds and then come back and give her food. Leave for 20 seconds. So you don't always want to do it hard. You always want to make it easy, a little bit harder. Easier, a little bit harder. You want to alternate the times that your dog spends in this crate. Now, I don't recommend, if you have a puppy and she's not house trained, I don't recommend you leaving your puppy in there for 8 hours, right? That's unrealistic. Your dog is going to take a poop, right? So, talking about poops. So now, you want to be able to get the right size for your dog. If you have a big dog, if you have a little dog that's going to be a big dog, then maybe you want to buy a large crate with a divider, right? So you want to divide the crate, and you want your dog to be able to lie down comfortably, turn around, and stand up, right? That's more than enough room if you're potty training. Obviously, Honey, she's potty trained. Normally, I'll have a playpen that covers this whole black mat, right? And she's allowed to go from here to here without supervision, because she's in a safe confinement, right? I make sure she has the proper toys. Usually I have her bones, her Kongs, something safe. There's no wires that she's going to chew. There's no sneakers. There's no furniture. This is going to set your dog up for success, right? You don't want to set your dog up for failure. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that the crate is not super big so that your dog poops on one end and then lays on the other side, right? Dogs don't like to sleep in a soil area where it's dirty unless they get used to it, and then they don't have a choice, and then it becomes a bad habit, right? Then it's going to be hard for you to break it. So the more accidents your dog has in their crate, the harder it's going to be to break their habits. So the best thing to do is put your dog in the crate if it's not potty trained. Take him out after a nap. Take him out after a meal, after a playtime. Make sure you take him outside. Make sure that you're taking your puppy out every hour if he's super young. Every hour, on the hour, you take him out, take him to potty. Show him, tell him a cue when you're outside. Go potty, go pee pee, and then make sure that you bring him back in. If you want to take him out of the crate, you want to supervise him, watch him like a hawk, right? And then if you're not able to supervise, he goes back inside of his crate. So this is going to be his room temporarily until he learns to potty train. After he's finished potty training, then what you want to do is you want to get a playpen and you want to attach it to your crate, right? And because you want to give your dog a little bit more freedom. You don't want to give him the whole house. That's where people make mistakes. They give the dog the whole house. Now the dog is pooping and peeing all over the house, anywhere he wants to. He's chewing the furniture. He's chewing your sneakers. He's chewing whatever the heck he wants to chew because this is what he's learning. It's not his fault. It's not her fault. It's my fault. So normally, if that happens, how you can fix it is you're going to take a piece of newspaper, you're going to roll it up, tape it so it can be nice and sturdy, and you're going to smack yourself in the head for letting your dog do that type of behavior because it's your fault, not the dog's fault. So anyways, let's set your dog up for success. Let's crate train properly. Let's playpen train properly, and you're gonna have a successful dog. Trust me, I can count the mistakes that she has done with one hand, maybe less than that, because I've been supervising and I know that you can do it too. So thank you for watching. Till my next video.